And we're live. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Tech Talk. I wish it was the music right now. You're right, Adam.
See, he's yelling again, and we got the echo again.
I know.
You think Mike is a little animated?
Yeah. I'll keep it down, Adam. Is that okay?
That shows that's much better.
Okay. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the show. In-house today is Mr. George Hayes over here. And
a Jersey guy back in Jersey.
He's got one of his 17 devices on. Excellent. Good.
I thought I turned down the volume on that one. Anyway, how you doing, George? Welcome to New Jersey, Pittman.
I'm doing fine. I've been having you and Will take care of me all day. I'm having a
Yeah,
good day.
yeah. I want to say thank you for, see, Miss E was here. I don't know if she's still here. Jason C., thank you so much for stopping by. It's a really great honor to have you around. Gary Brown, how you doing, sir? And I want to also start off with, sorry for the echo. I'm still learning about things. Because of George being in the room with another device using a mic, we're going to get a little bit of an echo.
In other words, it's the old man's fault. I get it. Okay.
Yep.
But don't worry, everyone watching. At least you're not going to get the feedback that I got when I first tuned into the StreamYards thing.
That's why we got melted.
Did I get all the blood off of my cheek there from that oozed out of my ear?
Yeah,
it was
bad.
So we weren't going to blow your ears off. We would rather blow Adam's ears off. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Now we got to start off with. Hold on a sec. Adam's got a beverage. What are you drinking, Adam?
My giant jug of water, and
Okay.
Look, it has inspirational quotes all over it.
Okay,
See,
all right.
see,
Well, we're, hold on.
See, so it keeps you drinking during the day. Jesus!
Mike's moving around.
The host has left, so I guess it's the George and Adam show now. He's gone. He's gone. Everybody, it's turned into a chair stream. I'm sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to make him leave.
I didn't need a glass to drink a beer.
Well, come on. You gotta do it.
He's all excited to get his beer on. Look, and he hasn't even started to drink yet, and this is what it is, people. Just in case everyone didn't know, my brother is an extreme lightweight, so
All right, I'll take it.
I think someone needs to call up Joe YouTube and warn him. Oh, red stripe, nice. Are we in Jamaica?
Good. Give him a plug. Give him a plug.
Problem,
So, George tells me, yeah, you ever have red stripe? I'm like going, what the hell is red stripe?
He runs into the store and buys some.
George. Darn it.
Well, what's the matter?
I left the beer opener. The bottle opener.
That's all right. You're dry for the night. That's it. You're done.
Nice. What?
So,
was I about to do?
see back to where it was. All right.
Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Bad News Gary.
We just call him Gary Brown.
Okay, hey, Gary.
Eleanor, how you doing? So George turned me on to this to give this a try. Let me see if I can do this without dropping it.
Wait, you're not drinking Red Stripe, Mike? Oh, man.
What?
Let's the number 14.
She's also the one that taught me to like to making music. In other words, reggae.
Oh, no. Yeah, hold it up higher. There you go. There you go. Now, when he pours his beer all over the equipment, I'm just going to say bye, everyone. Have a nice week. Watch me.
All right,
Nice.
there we go.
Managed it.
Yeah,
Is that a
here we
red
go.
stripe he poured in there?
Yes, red stripe.
Ah.
George,
Yes.
here we go.
There you go.
Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I want to thank you, everyone. Adam, this is what I'll drink yours. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, please do. Eleanor, it's a very complex system that they have where they've set up these tubes to be able to talk to each other. So that's why you hear an echo.
Yeah.
And you see Mike on two screens because he's a superstar, and one
That's right.
camera is not enough
That's
to
right.
absorb him.
That's right. Yeah.
And I always thought everybody.
Notice this camera gives me like a tan complexion, which I like that. You know, it's only an iPhone. That's all. So,
Well, I mean, whatever.
So you've got the black guy, the white guy, and the white and black guy. Okay, I got it.
Nice. Can you put us all four? Can you put the other camera on the end there, like between George and me?
I could do
God,
that.
I don't even know what's happening.
I could do. I don't know what this does. I could do this.
Eleanor.
I could do this.
God. I'm gonna vomit if you keep moving me around like this. It's like the beginning of the Brady Bunch. What's happening?
Yeah. I'm seeing double. That's right. After a few more of these beers, I will be seeing double.
No, that's right, Ted. It's not us, it's you.
So it's a great start right now, George, isn't it? We just broke a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Brian. Let's see. I forgot. I got to do this here. I'm seeing double.
Yep.
Thank you from Eleanor. Okay.
Brian's in here now.
Brian's in here. How you doing, Brian? Thank you very much. I want to thank you for everybody stopping by. So, yeah, George turned me on. This is good, George. This is very good.
My favorite beer in the world.
I'm impressed. There's my lovely wife. Hi, hon. Look. It's a good beer. You might even Pat might even like this beer.
So if you ask me where this comes from, I can say like they said in Cool Runnings, Jamaica.
Should I answer? Potential fraud? What do you think?
What? Who? There's fraud? Where?
Yeah, on one of my phones.
Oh yeah, totally answer it. There's people that make their living on Twitch doing that. They make their living by like tormenting them, right? Yeah, like they find out where they are and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, there's a few on YouTube too. I watched some of them. So let's get into what everybody came here for. How about some tech news, guys?
Works for me.
All right, now we're going to jump into Qualcomm. And just recently, the CEO of Qualcomm feels that his stock value should be higher. So I'm going to try and remember how to do this.
There was no transition into this story. No breaking news. Nothing.
No, this is where I had it. When I had a great producer, normally he would have some kind of audio background.
And the last time I played a breaking news sound, everybody said I busted their eardrums.
Oh no!
Yes. Yeah, and it was excellent. It was excellent. I've always loved that one. So let me see. How am I going to share screen? Should I share a screen? Let me first take my second camera out. And this is highly
everyone.
Yeah.
Of course, if you don't share, you can always sunny.
Where in the world is a share screen? Wait a minute. Share. What happened to?
It should be on the bottom fourth.
Oh, okay. All right. So Windows. Oh, I gotta do this. But wait a minute, why is it? How come I
any day now? Everyone, he'll show. Before the stream started, just for everyone in the background while he's still looking, I asked him, "Hey, do you like showing articles on the screen while you talk about them?" No, we don't need to do that. You can just read about them and all. And now we're wasting 15 minutes of him.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, I figured to share some. All right. Well, instead of seeing my face in two different.
Show.
Okay. Qualcomm has put up some eye-popping growth numbers under CEO Cristiano Amon. Okay. While he's also expanded into hot areas such as in-car technology. However, shares of the tech giant are trading on a forward price to earnings multiple. Oh God, this is boring. Sorry. About 10.7 times more comparable to a Sunji value stock than fast-growing tech companies like Qualcomm. So, in a nutshell, what really got my attention about this article was that, and I know the discussion is brought up, and I was talking over dinner with George about how Qualcomm seems like there've been other players coming into the smartphone business.
Exactly.
And that we kind of, not we, I shouldn't say just you and me. I'm just saying in general, it seems like, Qualcomm is like losing the grip because other companies are getting, like MediaTek is up the game with some
and
of their
people have already been declaring Qualcomm dead in the water.
right. Well, in this article, it basically shows that, Qualcomm's is more involved than we really think,
with more stuff than we knew.
Right. It basically said whoever took over. Okay, this how you say is
Cristiano Amon.
Cristiano Amon.
He took over last July, I think.
Yeah, it's sitting here. I lost it. Darn, I just had his date. Anyway, yeah, he came. Okay, while he took over on June 30th, 2021, revealing key new partnerships with audio for major car companies as BMW, General Motors, and Volkswagen. The company has also been out there highlighting its yawning backlog of deals to support the expansion of the metaverse and the upside of potential to shift to 5G smartphones. So expansion of metaverse and the upside potential of the shift to 5G smartphones. I don't understand that comment there, but I mean, yeah, they didn't have. It's not a really big deal that Qualcomm is missing out on this, don't you think, George?
I don't
on smartphones, because it's in this article and in the video, which I will have a link in there from the Unlocker, basically showing where Qualcomm's devices, their chipsets are involved with, is the scan guns for inventory, the chip that when you hit the tap to pay with your phone or your credit card, a lot of inventory control devices. They look like they're pushing a facial payment recognition terminal.
And Qualcomm is also involved with the chips in the robots that are moving stuff around stores and bringing stuff to customers and that kind of stuff, right?
Yes. So, in the Unlockers video, he was showing all the things that Qualcomm's involved with. Of course, he admits it was a sponsored video from them.
Right.
But it was really showing how involved they are in other facets. And we always say is like, from the cheapy tablet, that you can buy. Well, we don't know what's really powering the Amazon tablet.
That's true.
And could it be them? Could it be, what did you say, that TSMC?
TSMC. They're the largest chip manufacturer.
Yeah. Right, and maybe also Qualcomm sees an opportunity to step into due to this chip shortage, because I knew they were supplying a lot of stuff for automotive. So,
and Samsung will be having a factory come online in about 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, as I have the customer spotlight, and they list all these devices that their chips are in. One of them I saw here, Clover. I see this Clover device in different places. So, I see that.
What's Clover? I don't know Clover.
Clover is like instead of having a big register, they show here like it's a little tablet and then the little pad that when you do the tap to pay. Do you tap to pay? Yeah, and a lot of credit cards have the ability to tap to pay without even using a phone. So, hey, Adam.
Yes.
Do you tap to pay?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't go places where I got to buy things anymore.
Where's
Except
Mom?
They come to you, I'm sure.
She's in there. She said hello, everyone.
I know. I was busy yakking here, and I see hi, Mom.
It gets delivered to my door, or I hand my card through the.
Rent is here, off to work.
Off to work. Okay.
He'll be out for a while.
Hope you have a good weekend. Where's Eleanor going? She's saying goodbye already?
No,
Eleanor, are you leaving?
Just being nice.
I don't think she's
to work tomorrow.
But she just have to go to work.
All right.
I know that.
All right. So you got hi, Mom, and then hey, Big House. How you doing, sir?
What's up,
What's
Big
this?
House?
It would be so nice if we could get together. What? Oh, okay. Was
See, when you're
Oh.
reading chat, you got to go from the top down. Then you
I
can
know, I'm
follow
just
what
catching
everyone's
up.
saying.
I know, I'm all over the road. Well, I like to change things. I like change.
Only one of us has been doing this every week for the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. You're giving me an opportunity to bail out of that. Yeah, that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
I'm
Okay.
having a good time at your expense.
Okay. Okay. You do that. You do that. So, let me see. What's his share trading at? Have I seen that right? $133.20.
I believe that's right.
So why is he crying? How much more does he want to make?
I gather it's going down and not up.
They all want to make all the money. That's why they're in it.
Exactly.
It's a game to see who gets it all.
Now, is this showing? Okay, this here. I wish I could make this bigger, but it shows that some of his technology in automobiles, the rear camera. I don't know what a CV2X could be.
Is that what that image is supposed to be showing?
Showing where
right
some
now,
of his. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Right now, it just looks like there's a waterfall coming out of that guy's car. Like that's all I can make out. It just looks like.
Is there a way I can make it bigger? Let me see. Can I make it bigger?
Yeah, move closer to the screen.
How's that? Where are you going, George?
George.
I did. George.
He's out.
Wait
He's going getting himself another beer.
Yeah, he's going to get it. I got it. I didn't know that worked like that. I just took a chance. Let's see.
The tech
guys, you should see this. A very tall man in a roof that's only meant for like a 5-foot person. Okay.
I told Eleanor this is the perfect size room for her.
Adam, is that any better?
Yeah. Now I can kind of make it out. The StreamYards provides all this black on the top and bottom of this shot, though, so that way
Well, it saves battery. That's where we're going with. Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just trying to keep up with the comments.
Okay, you do that. So
rear side camera. Ooh, I like a rear side camera. I actually want a left side camera for my car because now I'm addicted to the right turn camera and the backup camera.
Oh yeah, you never had that, had you? In your Honda? Huh?
Okay.
I got all kind of stuff. It beeps at me.
Sounds like pretty soon he will have it.
Well, not pretty soon because I'm in this car for a long time, especially since it's so good on gas.
Yeah, it's a hybrid, right?
Uh-huh.
What are you getting? All joking aside, what are you getting on Honda? Like 40, 50 miles a gallon?
Yeah, like 45-ish, 40, 45.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
So, I was hoping to talk more about this, but of course I'm having the. What the heck is this? Oh, this is the video. I wonder.
I'm just following along where you are in the article.
Yeah.
Trying to.
And there was. Can I share another one? Can I change this? Full screen layout. What? Oh, look at that! You can do that. Yeah. There. See, now you even get more of your waterfall.
Oh my goodness! Oh, geez, it's so good.
He's showing off now. Okay.
So,
discover different things about StreamYards Live with us while we.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Exactly.
So, Adam, are you ready to do yours, or you want to wait?
I'm always ready to babble.
All right, Adam, I like to hear you babble.
Oh, but I clicked on the wrong button now. Oh no! All right, here we go. All right, so Mike assigned me to talk this week a little bit about right to repair, and that's the movement that people are sick and tired of. Their devices and different electronics that they're getting that can only be fixed by the manufacturer, because of course the manufacturer is going to want to say, hey, you can only bring this to our places, and of course, hey, our people are going to say this can't be fixed, you need to buy something new, and so that sucks and is terrible for virtually everything. So the government is starting to do what it does and looking out for people. And last year, I mean, this has been going on for a while, but the latest push really started last year when Biden signed an executive order that was considered a sweeping executive order aimed at promoting economic competition, was signed Friday last year by Biden, called on the Federal Trade Commission to institute rules to curb anti-competitive restrictions that limit consumers' ability to repair gadgets on their own terms.
Yeah.
Um,
Some of you should remember we did that story on Friday Night Tech Talk last year.
Sweet.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second, Adam, if you don't mind. I got. Well, Ted joined us, and also as this guy here, he's supposed to be, watching his, I guess one of his kids' recital. I don't know, daughter or son, some kind of recital. And he's somewhere hiding in the back room, probably trying to get in on the stream.
Lurking.
Yeah, lurking. Yeah. So, hey there, BG. So go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. I was replying to Mom that you have too much handsomeness and it needs to be brought on by two cameras. And I miss what this guy's name is, but this guy Nathan Proctor, USPIRG's Senior Right to Repair Campaign Director. That's a whole group that's dedicated to try and get right to repair stuff. More repair choices will protect the environment by cutting down on the amount of new electronics we make and old stuff we toss. More choices will help save money and cut down time waiting for the manufacturer's technician. And a cool thing that someone else related in this story said that led me down a bit of a rabbit hole. And 3 years ago, there was a study done. I don't know, you guys might have covered this too 3 years ago when it came out. But if everyone kept their electronics for one more year instead of getting them replaced, and instead just like persevering with them and dealing with it, would cut the same amount of CO2 as eliminating 2 million cars
on
the road.
Story I hadn't heard.
Yeah, and so that's from a study from 3 years ago. And I'm going to have another further quote that led me down this rabbit hole a little bit later. But so the latest big push by the government was that executive order signed by Biden last year. And then if we fast forward to California in May, they had Senate Bill 983 that died in committee at the end of May, despite broad consumer support for fixable products.
And again, we talked about that last week on the show too.
Oh, you gave me something that they were talking about last week?
Yep.
Did
your brother's in charge, not me.
Did you guys talk about the New York?
No, because New York
didn't know about that.
New York happened the day that the show was running. At least that's where I saw the announcement.
So then you guys talked about how.
Well, you could redo a little recap on the California thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not clear who killed the bill, but the right to repair advocates point to usual suspects: the tech companies that benefit by controlling who can repair their goods, and have lobbied against the right to repair bills all over the country. It happened in most
tech companies in California. I wonder if they might have something to do with killing the bill.
Who?
Google, Apple.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't hear. I just didn't hear if you called out a specific one. Yeah, since the first such bill like this was introduced way back in 2014, 34 states have begun developing right to repair legislations. And last week we finally had one that passed. Both the Senate and House of New York State passed the first ever right to repair law for electronics. And hold on, I got this one up here for some reason. Pardon me, everyone, while I move my tabs around. I'm sorry. So this one is big because it was the first one that got passed. Measure would require all manufacturers who sell digital electronic products with in-state borders to make tools, parts, and instructions for repair available to both consumers and independent shops.
That's pretty important. That's a pretty important piece there.
Well, yeah, because without that being specifically called out in the law, the law doesn't really have any kind of teeth or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already talked a little bit about what is going to benefit, that there's small shops that are open that will be able to survive, and also just the consumers will be able to get along longer. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper to get a battery or a chip replaced in a device than it is to buy a whole new device. And of course, I know
also
you
benefit those of us like your brother who actually will go out and repair, open stuff up himself and do it. For people like that, this is for them too.
And I have my brother's Pixel 2 XL, which is due to get done hopefully someday soon.
Oh, darn it. I thought for sure he gave me this story because he was going to surprise me at the end and say, and here's your new working phone.
Hey, we all have
I thought for sure that.
I'm sorry, brother.
This story, as I said,
No.
That's okay.
We'll come back again. We'll talk about right to repair, and I'll do it then. How's that?
Okay, all right, and you'll just give me all the same stories again.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
But one thing I want to point out. Go ahead, George.
We should stress that although the law has passed both houses in New York State, the governor has not yet signed it into law. So even though it's good for all of us, it's not there yet.
That is true, but like I don't.
Is the governor for this? Is he like a pro consumer?
It's a she, not a he.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I did not know.
In the articles, it says that she's expected to sign it, but it's true that it's weird that she hasn't signed it yet. But I can't see her. She's running for election, not re-election, because she got in when Cuomo got kicked out. So I don't think you can call that re-election because she never got elected. Mm-hmm. But I don't see her not signing a bill that's this popular with the people or in an election year. You know what I mean?
And I very much hope you're right. But to me, I allow for how much big money can you give a politician to change their mind? I'm just saying that's always a possibility.
That is true. That is definitely 100% true. I will always assume that there's money and power behind stuff that's going wrong.
So yeah, but I agree with you. Probably she's going to sign it.
Yeah, I'm also the mindset that they got the wheels in motion, and so companies know that this is going to come eventually, no matter what. And I'm hoping that she's just holding off signing it until it gets closer to the election, so it can hit news cycles closer to the election. Now it's summertime, and no one's paying attention to anything. But
that might be very smart on her part. That's true.
Yeah. So hopefully that's just what I think is happening. One thing I want to talk about with the New York bill specifically is the language of the bill does include exceptions for home appliances, medical devices, and agricultural equipment. That last one has been the big.
Who's the big agricultural equipment manufacturer?
John Deere is the big evil.
Yeah, and John Deere has been fighting this kind of stuff for over 20 years. So you can bet they're going to continue to fight it.
Well, they're still definitely going to fight it and all, but a lot more people out there in reading this. I don't have specific articles to quote. It's just 15 things that I read because I dive down rabbit holes when I read stuff. But they're saying that America is getting a lot more cheaper equipment shipped in from China now than we used to before. So John Deere used to have a bigger part of the consumer base as their people, but now too many of the other people are buying Chinese-made ones. So now they're thinking that they're going to go, and John Deere is going to go the other way and open up their stuff to be able to be fixed easily.
I did a story on here about a month and a half ago that there were 14 current lawsuits against John Deere for right to repair, and they weren't giving in yet. Ted's here.
Hey, Ted.
Ted's here.
Going, guys.
Hey.
Well, I guess we could say Ted's head is here. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, where's that sharp camera of yours?
The what?
Don't you put it? Usually do live streams using one of your cameras. I was always complimenting you on it. It's always nice bokeh in the background.
Can I just do it's a casual Friday today.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. No, that's fine. Thank you for joining. But
happy for New York.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you talk about right to repair.
Ted, you're kind of far away from the mic. It's hard to hear you.
Oh yeah. It's one of your favorite topics, right, Adam? Right to repair. Are you in New York?
Yeah, no, I'm in New Jersey. But But this is while this is definitely great right now for New York, it's just going to be a cascade effect everywhere that
That's what they expect,
everywhere's
yes.
going to get it, because if they have to make the tools and they have to provide the stuff the documentation is going to get disseminated everywhere, and anyone will be able to then go and buy the tools and parts in New York and have it shipped wherever.
Okay.
So
So I guess Apple was ahead of the curve then. Will this also, does the New York bill though, does it stop manufacturers like Apple serializing their parts so that you would be forced to get it from them? Does this New York bill prevent that?
I didn't see anything about that specific with the parts. They just have to make them available. So I think that they can still have the market cornered on that end of things. And in a way, I can kind of understand them wanting to let the chips. Oh God, I almost said fall where they may.
I like it.
But yeah, I can see them letting the manufacturer still have the right to selling the chips, but it's still going to be a hell of a lot better going to the manufacturer for that chip than it is going to them for a whole new device. I was like, my luck. Yep. But that's going to be good. And while Apple was ahead of the curve with opening up their stuff to be able to be repaired, I read a lot of people saying that it was kind of in name only, and that they make it very difficult to get it to actually get anything done. So while it was smart to start doing that early, so that way you could be like, we were on the cutting edge of letting that go.
Right.
Yeah, they still did that end of things.
Go ahead, Ted.
Hugh Jeffries, I don't know, he does like a lot of repair stuff on his channel, and he actually did the repair thing through Apple, and it was actually looked really easy. But there was one gotcha where he had to contact Apple, like Apple support, to get to confirm each car was an Apple car through the serial numbers, and that took him a long while. But otherwise, Apple did give him all the tools to do a simple install.
You're a little muffled there, Ted. Sorry. You sound like you got a good point. I want to hear what you have to say.
Darn. Is this better?
Much better.
Yeah.
I'm like right up. I'm like, I just saw how funny this is. I'm like right up to it.
There we go.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, look at those white pearlies.
Yeah, at least we know he brushed his teeth.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So the YouTube channel Hugh Jeffries, he likes to repair stuff, and he actually did the whole repair using Apple's parts, what they gave you, and it actually is it was simple and straightforward. But the gotcha was the parts that was given to the serial numbers. For some reason, the whole thing wasn't turning on, so he had to contact Apple support, and that process was it took him a couple of hours.
Yeah. So they're not going to make it easy for you still. In so many words, right?
Yeah, I guess so. There's going to be one part. It's going to cost you time or money.
Yeah. Hey, you're going to get it fixed, but you're going to do it at our, calling almost,
Yep.
Yeah.
But recently, Apple has released these repair kits and these tools, and I shared the video with George and Will, and what I saw, there was a teardown, and now I understand you can rent the tools to do the repair versus what we do with using a heat gun and trying to pry it apart. What's so funny, Adam?
I'm sorry, I just picture you there with a hairdryer blowing.
Well, that's what I'm going to need to do. That's what I'm going to need to do to take your phone apart, your Pixel apart. Use a hairdryer that can really get good and hot, and then you use a suction cup and a pry tool, and you start peeling. Basically separating the
tech.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I use. A hairdryer. I usually get
have you done one, Ted?
Yeah, all the time.
What? Use a hairdryer in your head? I'm sorry. Use use a hairdryer for. Have you repaired a phone before?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I think I did LG V20. I think my Axon 7. iPhone 5s. Yeah.
Where did you pick up the parts?
The parts. Usually it was just displays, and I get it from eBay.
Okay. Yeah, I know that there was one guy. I think that what was that Hughes Jeffrey you were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, he did one where all he did was open it up and swap like two identical model iPhones, and he put like the camera and switched cameras, and I don't think it didn't work. It just refused to work because all he did was switch, and I think he did the battery. And I think he might have done the motherboard just to try it out. And it was the craziest thing. Some things just did not work in that phone until you put it back. There we go. I like BJ. Yeah. Use the hairdryer on my S4 screen.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Thanks, Bobby.
But
so if I ever have to repair my devices, you're saying I should watch MacGyver shows from the 80s and figure out.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
I mean,
and then we were.
To fix
What's that?
Phone. I was thinking,
what's that?
Trying to fix your phone, it certainly comes in handy with the D brand installs.
Right, let's see. What's this now? Surely it does, Brian. But oh yeah, the IP he mentions. I'm sorry. Again, he mentions about the IP rating. The IP rating supposedly gets lost. It doesn't have water protection. Now you can buy the gasket or the sealant for it, but most people, to my knowledge, don't bother doing that. So yeah, Adam.
Yes.
I will have your Pixel fixed. I promise.
Okay? It's okay. I just thought for sure. I was like, I know what he's doing.
I'm so sorry to leave you down. I really am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you're. Believe me, I'm not downplaying your ability to do things. I'll just be really impressed if you do get it fixed and back up and working. Just because
I'm going to be impressed too.
Yeah. So it'll be cool. It's all good.
I don't know if I showed that in one of my streams or something. I mean, the little part that made the MacBook stop working, it was $15, and
that to be today.
And it was like nothing. But just because the cable had an internal break in it, it just stopped working. So, yeah. But those parts are plentiful. I got mine from Amazon. I'm planning on probably using iFixit to get the part for Adam's phone, and getting the battery. I'm going to put a battery in his, because they'll supply me also with tool. I think they supply some of the tools to do the job too. They're a little bit more pricier, but I'm good with that. So, Adam, what are you going to? You had something about Lewis Rossman. We started talking about it. You said, "Well, I'm going to wait for there." What was that about?
Yeah, well, all right. You, how about this? You need to give me a little bit of his history overall, because I only know him. I watched one of his reaction videos to this law getting passed, and I found it very inspirational, the things that he was saying, because it was that moment when you've been working at something for 8 years, 7 or 8 years, and it finally happens, and you're in that like overjoyed period. But he was also like letting people know that even if you're trying to do stuff and it keeps failing and failing and failing, if it's important to you, you got to keep at it and keep plugging away.
Yeah, he's really gotten to be an inspirational kind of when he does his YouTube as of now. But going way back, he would have like full on why this particular motherboard or circuit board has failed. He has the equipment that, where it's tiny. He has the microscope or the, to make it like this big. And he shows, various things that poor quality or poor repairs, and passed mostly on, everything's on a MacBook, iPhone. Apple computers. He has a whole crew in New York City, a crew of like last time I saw his, I'm working on a computer, had like 3 very talented people. He started off as somebody just starting randomly, just learning how to fix a computer, and it was really interesting. But it seemed like his passion and his frustration is trying to get the parts to fix these computers. and that led to him inspiring to for the the right to repair, and to hear his I guess he was involved, if I'm right in saying that, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, he was pushing for it for years, and
Well, I know
and
he
like
was pushing it,
lobbying.
but was he working with a particular government official, congressman or senator?
Like he was lobbying all the different New York senators and congressmen to try and get it done. I didn't see anything where he was like teamed up with one in particular one, but he was making it clear that like as he was going, lobbyists on the other side were trying to convince the members in their Congress that he just shouldn't be listened to just because he's a fanatic and a whack job.
Yeah,
And
they make him out to be a whack job. So
yeah, and like they were pulling all different kind of every different stuff, like that the right to repair would end up causing more redlining and just all different kind of things. And it's like, how can you tie right to repair to redlining? And it just seems so out of whack. So I don't know.
I want to comment. Go ahead. You were saying, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Yeah, no, I am done. He just seemed like a good guy to me. So and like everyone in the comment threads on these articles I was reading was like, "Oh, I bet Lewis is happy," and I'm like, okay, who's this guy?" And I went and I watched. So that's all I had.
I think it's Lewis is like, he was one of the early ones where, because back in the day, like if you wanted to fix a MacBook, like Apple was the only option. He was like one of the early people who would like find schematics for a MacBook in order to repair him, and Apple was to him hard.
yeah, back then before they were Team Fix It.
Oh yeah, and like they would even like share lives, like like through his schematics, like he was effectively making MacBooks.
Oh yeah, the information, the schematics was a big thing for him.
Yep. They would actually lobbyists would actually pass those. Apple's lobbyists would make those lies. So I'm
nice.
sure he's like, he's really happy.
Alpha, I just want to let you know, yes, George is in the house. George, that's why we have the echo. So
Brian asked if George got
okay.
if George got pizza yet. I'm interested to know, did you take him to Wawa?
No. And I forgot to tell you, Eleanor sent me a story, I think on my way up here. Guess who's coming to Tennessee? Wow.
Oh my God. Where?
Nice.
In Nashville.
How close is that to you?
2.5 hours to Chattanooga.
Wow.
Coming to Tennessee, they're starting to work our way.
Wow.
Are
you going to stop at a Wawa? At least say you were there?
I passed the Wawa today. I didn't get a chance yet.
Oh, you got to just the coffee alone.
Mike, you're the host.
Mike, mute the second camera.
What about it?
Mute it.
It is muted. We already gone through this.
Yeah, they're picking up each other's.
Now we not only have a producer in the room, we have a professional photographer in the room.
Yeah. The second camera isn't picking up. It isn't the audio. It's us. Two of us are in the room.
Yeah.
So Adam, thank you very much. Thank you. That was good stuff. And you're always right on point with that stuff. So this is where I'm hoping maybe Will would have came in and would have consumed the probably majority of the show. What are we going to do on Will? Well, for one, the burger's paid for, folks. The burger that I owed from
2 years ago.
2 years now? Has it been 2 years? It's my bad.
Will said it was 2 years.
Has it? Okay. Well, we can let a year of that. So we'll say a year. A year of COVID and a year of my neglect. All right. But it took George to get us together. Right?
That's true. We went to dinner together.
What's up, Adam?
What's the burger story?
I bet. What was the bet for? I forget. I made some kind of bet with Will, and I lost.
Will would get a phone, and he never got it. Right? Was it going to be an Android?
Was it that, or was he going to keep it and stay with Android? It was something Apple related and Android related.
Yeah. So anyway,
She made a
you
bet with
lost
George
the
about Will.
No, I made a bet with Will.
And the
The only
bet
reason I'm
was
saying George is involved is because George came up here and we had dinner together. That was probably the first time I saw Will. I did see Will at Applebee's. Now I think of it.
But you ran into him.
No, we met. We just got together.
Okay.
We did see each other about a year ago.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know. I still feel like he kept on saying I owe him the burger. I don't
So
understand.
you guys live 20 minutes apart and you see each other once a year.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on seeing him in the next few weeks. All right.
You see what Eleanor said? Yeah.
Where did you get the burger at? Well, we went to a place down the street from us called the Landmark Americana, and it was.
And
What did you think of the burger?
Pretty good because I had the same burger. Yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, so we went to a local joint, and that's where the red stripe came from. Because there we go. No, I'm not here plugging. I'm not a paid.
It's also a liquor store.
Yeah, they have a liquor store right in there. So.
Oh, you guys went to Landmark?
And I happened to mention that Red Stripe was my favorite beer. How did I know this guy's going to go buy it just because it's my favorite beer? You know.
What's this? Wait a minute. First off, let's start audio mic on Mike
No.
Crime. What?
Audio is Mike on Mike Crime. Get it?
No.
Oh, Mike on Mike. It's my kind of corny.
And what's this, Brian? What's this about? Did you get a pizza? I don't get what they mean by the pizza. Is it because we're in
I'm
Jersey?
a Jersey guy who came back to Jersey. I should.
Did you tell me you don't
get
eat pizza?
No, he knows I love pizza.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the one who doesn't like pizza very much is Eleanor, but she kind of straightened that up with you guys today. So.
Oh yeah, big house. Yeah, we gotta.
Oh, he's
You
asking.
gotta go. That's why I even struggled. I didn't want him to take him to some other like an Applebee's or something.
And you see where Brian went. He knows when you made the bet. It was when Will went full on apple juice.
Apple juice.
That's right. That's right.
Wow,
That's how it started.
That's a fan. Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a fan.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so's that. That's a fan blowing on me right now.
Oh, boy. Your signal's breaking up. I got to go.
Oh,
So anyway, George,
yes.
let's talk about WWDC, okay? And you obviously had some. You saw the keynote, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Do I remember it now from 5 days ago? What did I say?
Did you switch your mic, Mike?
Huh?
You sound way far away. It sounds like we're only picking you up through George's mic now.
How far am I?
There you go. That's better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time I switch cameras, and do that, it don't like it. So.
Well, stop doing that.
Oh shucks!
What?
I might do 2 cameras for now, and I do my live streams. You know what I mean?
Oh,
gives you a little.
that's fine. Yeah, but you'll be the only one in the room.
Yeah, it
So
worked
you
then.
can mute the one, and
It
then you'll
worked
be
then.
just fine.
There was no echo then. Not accounting for he has that. Yeah. Thank God you didn't bring your mic, George. You did bring a mic. The mic's here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I didn't have to bring a mic because we're in Mike's house.
House. There you go.
I'm driving through a tunnel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
So, brother, while he's getting the stories, you care to talk about your new computer you got a few months ago?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not super into the hardware end of things, so
No?
I can't really talk too much about it. All I know is it's got a way better graphics card than I had before because I didn't have RTX before. So now I can actually run because I'm a Twitch streamer and I usually stream Minecraft gameplay, and there's also like a tertiary thing called Stream Raiders. Which is a little game that you can play with your people in chat, and it's not like a real game like live action thing. It's a thing where a big screen, a shot of an overhead view of a battlefield comes up, and you can put your different little characters that you have on that battlefield over the course of a half hour, and then at the end of the half hour, the streamer can go and click on a thing and you can go like click a run battle thing, and that's all you got to do. And the AI goes and it runs its little battle thing, and you see if your forces.
And you needed a new graphics card to have this?
No, not just that, not just that for that game, but I want to be able to stream and play my game and have other things like that Stream Raiders game and multiple cameras. I would always run into problems whenever I tried to do multi-camera stuff or just run like another thing as I was streaming, and I don't want to have to go through and be playing my Minecraft and shut down Minecraft all the way and then pull up another thing. It's just like how much memory you could have running in your system at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the streaming software uses up a lot of the GPU processing for that. And I just don't want to.
I'm just curious, and you can tell me, Mike, shut up. Did you ever consider just getting the needed graphic card and using your existing computer, or was even the processor in the computer was?
Well, I was considering that. But another thing that went into this decision is I have a 13-year-old son, and I was constantly having to kick him off of my computer when I wanted to do stuff. And so this way, he got the old computer, and I got the new one. And so that way, we don't have to rough up and beat up each other when I wanted to do stuff. Because
it's your kid. You could beat him up. I won't say nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I could, but, I wanted to be able to do a thing. And we did have a gaming laptop, but the gaming laptop couldn't run all the different stuff that he wanted. So this way, if he got the old one that could run all the different games and stuff that he wants to use right now, he can go and do his thing. And then this way, plus I get a new computer.
Okay. No, I was just wondering. So
you're a good man, Adam.
Oh, thanks. I did think about that for a little bit. And if it hadn't been the matter of giving Liam my old computer, I might have thought about it a little bit more. But
if you didn't need to give Liam a computer, you're saying if you didn't need to give him one,
I might have just swapped it out. But a lot of the cost of the computers these days is just the GPU anyway. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that much of a leap to get all the other stuff because the GPUs are so overpriced now, although they are starting to come down. Because of all the people bit mining.
George, you just asking.
Ted, are you still there? Oh, Ted is back.
Look at Ted. Ted's got headphones on and all.
Look at it. He's being Ted again. Messing with the camera.
He is displeased. There's something going on there.
Ted, why don't you start out telling us some of the stuff you like, Ted?
Oh yeah, WWDC. What do you got for them? What are you excited about? What are you not excited about?
Oh well, I'm excited for that. What do they call it? The continuous camera, the continuity camera.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where is my camera? Oh, that's the camera right there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but thank goodness. How's this sound, by the way?
Explain to people what the continuity camera means.
Yeah, before I go though, how is the sound?
You're good.
Oh, okay.
Adam, you couldn't. Yeah, you're really good.
Oh, okay, thank you, Juan. I'm using that Rode video mic me thing that has a headphone jack that can connect to the USB-C on this iPad.
And Juan's the one who told you about that?
Okay, so yeah, the continuity camera, apparently you can now, with that, use your iPhone as a webcam easily. It's only going to work wirelessly, though, but I think that's normal considering the fact that I don't think the USB 2.0 ports on iPhones could handle that bandwidth, the video signal, because I used to use, like you guys remember, I would use my iPhone like 2 years ago as a webcam with my MacBook Pro, and then it would like keep crashing. And it actually worked better if I used it wirelessly than connected with a cable. Oddly enough.
So Apple's going the right way then.
Yeah, Apple's going the right way because there's no other choice. Like the USB port has to be changed. It's too old, 2.0 for goodness sake.
Exactly.
But who knows? Maybe they will update it. Apparently, thanks to the EU. Is that going to be a story later today, Mike?
Exactly, because the USB-C is coming. We know that. We don't know when.
Yeah, Mike. Mike, is that a new story? Mike.
What's this? Yeah.
He was too busy clicking on comments.
Yeah.
I thought he was just admiring himself on the screen, like, ooh.
No, I didn't say nothing.
So, is that going to be a story today? The EU order?
No, I didn't pick that story because I was that. I don't know. I must have missed that.
Yeah, that was
Was
this
that
week.
last week? Was that?
WWDC was what, Monday? Right?
No. I'm talking about
The
the
EU,
EU
that was Tuesday.
decision. Was that after
Oh,
that?
yeah.
The next day.
I did a story about it 2 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, but it passed. They passed it from the Parliament side or the Council side this week. Like it was the day after WWDC.
Yeah, and 2
Wow.
2 weeks ago they were expecting it to go through, but it hadn't gone through everything yet.
Yeah, it was going through the debates in the council. I think it's going from the council. So the council wrapped it up, and they passed the council side. So now it's going to go to the Parliament side, and that's like a formality, and then it's going to go to law. So, but
So by next year, Apple's going to have USB-C ports on their phones over there, or have no ports at all, one or the other.
yeah, well, actually no. The directive gives all companies up to 2024.
Oh, 2024.
Yeah, and then under the directive by 2026, like even laptops have to have a USB-C port to charge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's but then yeah, like Apple can't get around it now unless there's one loophole. Like if Apple takes out the port,
Yeah,
then
they can go portless.
they can go portless. Yeah, but then can they do it? Like they would have to rely on.
What, 3 years now?
Like they'd have to rely on MagSafe. Okay, like maybe, yeah, they can do MagSafe with the iPhone, but what are they going to do with the AirPods? Like, actually no, the AirPods, yeah, they could take out the port there too. What are they going to do with the AirPods Maxes though?
So what's this here? Brian wrote here. iPads are nerfed by crappy iPad OS software in A12Z. And what's an A12Z? I guess it's this. I didn't know it was a Z. Is it the chip? I didn't know it was a Z on it. And an A14 powered
The
iPad.
Z, that's the 2019 model.
Is it? Okay, I didn't know it had a Z at the end. iPads got screwed. So what is he referring to here, guys?
He
I'm
referred
so
to,
out of Apple, to be honest with you. So
Brian is not going to say anything good about Apple. Okay. Now is when we need Will here.
yeah, I know.
basically, yeah, WWDC sucked for iPads.
Did it?
Yeah, although I didn't hear about the stage manager thing. I wasn't really expecting that. Like I didn't. Know
I'm
what that
seeing a
feature
lot.
was.
I'm seeing a lot of these things they announce, but then you needed certain requirements, certain devices to work for it at all.
Because StageMan only works with the M1 chip or the M1 chip, right?
Yeah, but what does that do?
I have no idea, and that's a question. I almost want to call it fragmentation personally.
No.
But,
No?
No, the last actually yeah that is unless which does the iPad minis have M1? Does the iPad Airs have M1?
The new ones, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I guess maybe not because by next year I know like my 2018 is going to be that's it for software updates, and then the year after that the A12Z that's also going to be its last year.
Oh, really?
So yeah, by the next 2 years, all the A14 iPads then will be kaput.
Stage Manager is an entirely new multitasking experience that automatically organizes apps and windows, making it quick and easy to switch between tasks.
Meh, I'm not impressed then. Who's crying about that then? But I need the better things, like I don't know who uses Scribble on their iPad, but that's sucked since day one.
I've never used it in a while.
Scribble, as in like drawing kind of scribble, or is it just called Scribble?
No, it's like like where you can type, you can use your Apple Pencil to write it in.
Mm-hmm.
But it sucked. Like imagine people complaining about the autocorrect on Apple keyboards. Now it's 10 times worse when you use Scribble.
Really?
Yeah. And then the lack of calculator on iPads. And
There's no calculator on iPads?
No.
nope.
Still to this day.
How?
And this-
What?
And there's
Yeah.
no good ones on the App Store too. That's weird enough.
That's weird. Hey, can I ask a quick question about the USB-C thing? Did they outlaw non-USB ports on the devices, or because can they keep producing what they're producing? Just put a port changer in it, like
You mean the EU?
an adapter? Yeah.
You
Sorry,
wrote
the
this?
EU.
Yeah, they said if it's good if it's going to charge with a wire, that wire has to be USB-C.
All right, so they could still have a USB-C wire, and Apple could just include a little adapter in their thing that goes
Nope.
They can't.
I think after a certain date, it has to be actual USB-C in the
Yeah,
device.
it has
The
to be
port.
I
USB-C.
thought
has
there
to
was
be
a
USB-C,
period where
okay.
Apple could use an adapter. I thought.
Nope, they have until 2024. So if it charges with a wire, it's going to be USB-C, and no, the dongle is not going to cut it.
Okay. But
Unless
that's their main business model now is dongles. What are they going to do?
unless they take out the port.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could go portless, I guess.
Although, is that really going to work? The directive gave the stipulation that if it charges wireless, they're not going to put any, regulation on that at the moment.
Right.
It didn't close the door, but they give themselves the opportunity to come look at it later. But since it's new, they didn't want to infringe on any, innovation at the sector just yet.
Don't kill the new technology.
And in fact, they did want to look into going harder and make sure no companies included a charger in the box, which was
Wow. All right, cool.
Hey, Brian's saying the new SE with the A15 doesn't have night mode, so they still nerf certain devices by having with these updates.
But continuity cam. Back to continuity camera. I forgot about that. So yeah, you can use your webcam on your Mac OS product, whether it be a laptop, the MacBooks, the iMacs, which in my case the Mac Mini, and even cooler. Even cooler was the desk view. No, I don't know if you saw it, where the camera, even though it's facing you, it can give
Oh yeah, you can see down.
Yeah.
How did they do that? That was like magic.
Yeah, Dave 2D, he actually looked at the code and he was able to test it out in the beta.
Okay.
He did the video on it and then he privated the video. I was
Really?
halfway through. Yeah. I was halfway through and then he just privated the video. I was like, dude.
So did Apple make him do this?
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah,
But
it's pretty cool because you can have it as a regular camera, and then you can have it as if you have a camera overhead looking down at the table without even moving your camera. How they do that, I don't know.
But it was really cool. He did the code to get it to work with his iPhone 13 Pro. He duct taped his camera, his phone, to the back of his MacBook, and then then he actually showed it out how it was gonna look with the code. And what he found out was
amazing.
Yeah, he found out that whatever you do, it works best if it's flat on the surface. If there's a depth like this, then it starts looking really wonky immediately.
Okay.
So there's no depth perception. Depth perception is just meant to show something flat on.
Because of whatever angle you're using, it throws off perspective somehow.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool. I guess it's best to show a book or cards over it. It's not if you're the modder type that has to look at something in a 3D sense, that it's not going to work there. But
So
You're right.
can you guys can you guys hear me? I'm standing up. I had to stretch because these are uncomfortable chairs for me. So George, what was some of the other things that you found that was?
I had it, and since he started talking, I lost. I don't remember.
Is it in the?
I got it.
Yeah.
Controlling apps from the lock screen. I like that a lot. That you can actually control apps from the lock screen, and you don't have to even get off the lock screen.
What are you talking about? You can do that now, no?
No.
Play music?
No. No,
Or
controlling
imitation
a lot of all your apps from the app. They did the demo and it looked awesome. Because you don't have
Like
to do anything to get a
you mean the at a glance one where it'll show you stuff like pixels?
No, but you can actually interact with your fingers on the lock screen to make it play something, stop playing something, on the lock screen itself, though.
Maybe it's because we use Android phones where we're just taking that for granted, like, oh, okay.
Anyway, I thought it was pretty cool.
What do you think, Adam?
And the stuff they added to
We've been doing
CarPlay
that
was
since day
pretty
one.
cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we've
What
been
was
doing
that?
Go ahead.
Like George was talking about what he's most looking forward to. Like apparently you can interact with apps on the lock screen now.
On an iPhone, where it's been I get a common occurrence on Android phones.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I was like, I didn't want to say nothing. You guys all know all this.
It's Apple. Apple's going to do it 2 years later and then say they did it.
2 years later, this has been on day one from Android since it came out.
Anyway, they made it look cool.
It's like 10 years in the making for that one.
We'll find out when I get an iPhone 14 when it comes out.
That feature must be iPhone's Apple's what's it called? Infinity War. Like it took Marvel 10 years to put the groundwork for Infinity War. It took Apple 10 years to use a lock screen for something.
Although I will admit that sometimes doing stuff on the lock screen annoys me because just the way I pick up my device, sometimes I get it to, and like it's trying to make me do something with my Google Home, and the thing, and I'm like, no, I don't want to broadcast it. How did I get to here? And I'm like trying to shut things down. I just don't understand. And the number of times I look and my phone is saying initiating emergency call in 8, 7, 6. I'm like, what's happening? Really? How did this happen?
Really, you get that, Adam?
Yeah, somehow the way I grab my phone, in a way, my pinky just touches something the right way, and it's like, oh, you're in danger. Let's get you some help. I'm like, what's happening?
I had a phone that did that to me a few years ago. I don't remember what, but I saw that message once or twice, and then never again.
I think, Adam, you need to cut off your pinky. That's what will solve all your problems.
Cut off your pinky. Oh yeah, your brother's supporting you. He wants you to cut it. Okay.
And cut it off, and then get one of those little rubber attachments, put it on here, and you'll be good to go.
But when I'm scrolling on my phone, I use my pinky to keep it from sliding down, because otherwise it's just going to slide through.
So then you use the piece of rubber. That's what Mike is saying.
Oh,
yeah, one of those little things when they use the counter or something like that. You just get that one, just put it on there. That's all. Don't worry.
Then again, I did start doing that because the first Pixel had the thing where you could squeeze it and it turned on the assistant.
Yeah.
And that's why I could never squeeze it hard enough, so I would just like brace it with my pinky. So if they never had that, I never would have started that.
Yeah, the HT Sense, like the U.
Yeah, that's
the
U11. Who started that. That's right.
What started that.
Okay.
That reminds me when you were talking about, Adam, about the whole the emergency thing. Like it reminded me of the personal safety or whatever Apple called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For domestic violence victims. I was just thinking, I thought it was like going to be like a tie-in to their answer to Apple AirTags, but no, they never brought up AirTags in the middle of it.
But every once in a while, if I'm out bicycle riding, there's a certain spot where I have to go off a curb, and it's a bit of a bump. And twice before, Apple thought I was in trouble and it was going to have to call an ambulance, and I stopped it. But it's only every once in a while I hit that bump the right way, and Apple thinks I'm in serious trouble.
Oh.
I don't know what the difference is.
Oh, wow. All right, I don't have any of those devices that do that. I was mostly just joking about, like, I pull it out and I grab it and I accidentally touch stuff on the screen. Right. I don't have any of those devices that, like, I know that Apple has the stuff with heart rate and all that kind of stuff where it can actually do something for you.
My Galaxy S22 Plus, once I think I hit that curve, and the S22 Plus kind of asked me, I don't remember what it said, but it kind of asked me, was I having a problem? And I just kind of swept it away. But Apple twice was getting ready to call somebody, and I had to stop it.
Now, just to get on Brian's nerves, what were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Brian was talking about the lock screen. The lock screen customization, that looked pretty, that Apple introduced.
Yeah. And I mean, MKB, I didn't get to watch all of MKBHD's video, but he liked the lock screen stuff, customization.
Yeah, like imagine what Pixel does, like, with the whole Material U.
Yeah,
It looks
exactly.
like Apple perfected that. Well, I don't know about perfect, but they incorporated that in the lock screen
Do
personalization.
you
That looks
agree
nice.
though with the comments I see in Twitter mostly is like the comment of like Android and Apple or iPhone is becoming the same thing?
Well, they're always copying each other. Eventually it's going to kind of become the same thing,
I
wouldn't you
don't know
think?
about same thing, but
Although
they
I
are
still think
starting
Apple
to.
does it smoother than Android generally.
I don't know about smoother now, though. Like I say, this iPad is almost like on the. It's like it's no longer a nice, pleasurable, smooth, great
Yeah,
experience. Like
I was thinking iPhone, not iPad.
I don't know. Yeah, I use my iPad the most, and yeah, this iPad's each update, the more features they add, the iPad has been getting worse. Like the whole picture.
What makes it? Let me ask you real fast, Ted. What are
He
you
edits
saying?
on his iPad, so he knows what he's talking
Yeah.
So what's making it? What making it worse is in lag or just how it performs or
Not
is it
lag. It doesn't
long?
ever lag, but like yeah, how it performs. It's not as it gets less and less reliable, especially like it's a feature I've always I look forward to. Like the scribble feature they added, it's crap.
Right.
Not the handoff. That's okay. Although the handoff doesn't work so well on my Mac for some reason. I guess it's called continuity, where
Mhm.
you can drag your cursor and use one keyboard amongst your tablet and Mac OS. That hasn't been working very well at all. And then, oh my God, picture in picture. Like, if you use YouTube and you pay for YouTube Premium, like if you close the YouTube app, it'll bring the small screen. That I don't know. I cannot tell you how to use it reliably. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh,
And I
really? Now,
cannot,
see,
yeah,
that works on Android perfectly for me.
yeah, it's perfect on Android, but for this iPad, like I cannot figure out like if I goes to close the app, sometimes it'll close the app or it'll make a small window, and I
Now,
don't know.
since I've gone premium, I've never tried it on my iPad, so I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, and this is like the things that confuses me. Like yeah, I guess MKBHD needs to use an iPad so he can tweet about the problems there, so Apple can
Or
go
he'll
and fix
teach
it.
us all how to do it right, one or the other.
Yeah, or he needs to put down his picks on using an iPad so we can get better features.
So we were having a pretty good discussion about the iPhone 7 not getting the new update, and you seem to believe, you and of course Will,
Yeah, because
that
it's slow.
it should get the new update.
Ooh, look
Because
at George.
Because the point comes where the new software is so advanced, hardware 5 years old just won't work well with it. You can't make it
Yeah.
work
All
well.
right,
So
guys. I don't know.
apparently George is
What do
saying
you say? What do you all say about that?
Well, George, it's the fact that it's coming from George too. Like an old dog can't be taught new
Yeah,
tricks.
I look at this stuff as a programmer would. It's like, okay, there's going to come a time when this software is not going to work with this old technology, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it without redoing the entire old technology.
And Adam, what do you think? Not so much yet, but his George's comment, because I have a snarky rebuttal. Go ahead.
I think that they could make the software in a way that if you have the newer hardware, it can go down the paths and use that hardware to its maximum, so that it gets the stuff that they want to flout about the software. Like, our new update can do this stuff this fast and gives you this much battery life.
Right.
But you should still be able, and could be able to run that same software at lower rates on old equipment, so that you don't have to get old equipment.
I can tell you firsthand, when you're doing software, especially when you're a few years out, and I've been places where we were a few years out, making software backward compatible for older hardware costs money. And it costs a lot of money in programmers, and you have to pay them So, yeah, I have this new software ready for this fancy new stuff on this fancy new equipment, and you tell me, okay, but if you give me another $50,000 or $75,000 for these 7 programmers, I'm working on the one that's 5 years old. I'm not paying that, and I don't think any other company's paying that.
Wait a minute, George, are you Motorola now?
Huh?
Are you Motorola and Lenovo?
No.
I'm being so funny because they only update your.
From a programming point of view, you get to the point, and usually it's only a few years, where it's not worth it to pay programmers to keep the stuff working on the old stuff. It's just not worth spending the money, and it's going to cost you some money.
So Apple spent the money to have the iPhone 6S and the SE.
Yes.
And the years past to keep that working.
Yes. And at some point, they're going to stop paying that money to keep it working, at some 15, 60.
So we have a bunch of unemployed programmers.
No, they have programmers working on stuff that may be 3 years away. But why would you have them working on stuff that's 5 years old while you already have the plans for 3 years?
It's just
you can only pay so many people. That's my point.
Okay.
And no company's going to pay everybody every amount.
It's just been always you have to hear about. Look at iPhone, look at Apple. They can make this old stuff keep on chucking along,
For a while.
and they're optimized. You two were talking about the RAM, and all. And all I've heard about for years about iPhones and low RAM and still run their own stuff. And the low RAM has nothing to do. Meanwhile, we're
kind of
RAM
amazingly they kept it going.
We're RAM hogging.
Get on that mic, Mike.
We want 8 gigs of RAM. We want 8 gigs of RAM in an iPhone.
I mean, a little bit more, somewhere in between those two settings.
Exactly. But the point being is, there's always a point where you got to spend too much money to keep too many years apart working. It just doesn't make sense if you're out to make a profit. Doesn't make sense.
Personally, I think it's that time. Like we did the article last year on FNTT. Apple gives you 5 years. 5 years.
And that's what I said when he brought it up. It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Let it go.
It's been 5 years. Now it's
What was it before?
It's always
Was it 5 years with the 6S?
But Apple, it's been 5 years for years now.
Yeah.
With Apple, not with anybody else. Now it's 5 years with Samsung.
Oh, Samsung said. I thought Samsung said 3 years.
Samsung will do the Android updates for 5 years. They'll do their other updates 4 years.
I thought they
let
said
everybody else be.
no. I think
I thought it was 4 and 3.
Samsung
Or no?
Samsung is 3.
4 and 5. Okay, I get it. And then Google's.
I'm remembering 4 and 5.
I thought
Okay.
Samsung is just like Google. Samsung guarantees 3 years of software updates and 2 years of security.
Because when they
on top of
came
that.
out with it, they kind of embarrassed Google into going 3 and 4, and I think it was because Samsung went 4 and 5. I think Samsung kind of pushed them into it.
We need someone from the comments. Comment, guys, help us out. Is it
Somebody with a memory
Samsung
like
and Google?
Brian, or
I can guarantee with Google, with the Pixel,
Gary.
3 years of software updates, and then after that, it's just 2 years of security.
4 and 5 or 3 and 4.
But regardless with Apple, they're still the gold standard. 7 years altogether, 5 years of software updates, 2 years with 2 additional years of security.
So what I was joking around about Motorola and Lenovo is it's purely a money thing for them not to update their phones. Is that what you're suggesting?
Saving them money, yes. Now, but I think they carry it too far. Because
Who's carrying too far?
No. I think they carry not supporting too far. They don't do hardly anything to support anybody.
Yeah, they suck.
Yes, yes, they do. I mean, I love my Moto Edge Plus, but am I expecting 3 years of updates from Moto?
No, I think you're going to get 2 of the OS.
Did they get 6 months? I'm happy.
I think you're only going to get
We all
one,
know it.
and that's on their flagship model.
Isn't that? Wait a minute. Isn't that the flagship that you got with the big boy processor in it?
The rest of the cheap phones, none. We don't expect any.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't give
So
you
we'll
any
see
promises.
if I get it. Am I going to be surprised if I don't get it? No, it's Moto.
So,
but they shortchange their customers, and so does Lenovo.
Yeah.
That's
so
their
it's a money grab.
it's a money saved. They're
Saved.
cheap. They're being cheap, flat out
Mhm.
cheap.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm
Cheaper
surprised to
than
hear
the
people are
vast majority of other companies would
Right.
be, and all.
So, Adam, you got any thoughts on this?
And Brian says I'm right about my updates
ooh.
times.
Samsung said 4 years. Wow. Thanks, Renz. Okay.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, it
Thank
just
you,
goes.
Brian.
It just goes back more to how they want to make everything disposable and so that you got to upgrade, and that's another factor.
And they want you to get fascinated with the newness, the newest thing, the newest thing.
The newest thing, so they can sell it to you and make more profit, and not worry about how we got to throw out these old electronics. And
Well, they'll talk about
But
how they
7
work.
years.
Come on.
Apple gives
Yeah.
you 7 years. Like that's like you get.
Wait a minute. No, I heard 5. Where's 7 come from?
It's including the security updates. That's 7 years of support.
Wait a minute. iPhones? Are you
Yeah,
saying, Ted?
Apple.
He knows
Apple
he's
devices,
been
yeah.
using them longer than I have. Will would probably back him
It's
up.
5 years with software of software upgrades, OS upgrades,
And
and then
7 years security.
and then 2 additional years with just security updates.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't. So they'll update their last OS, you're saying, for security purposes.
Yes.
Yeah, the last 2 years are just.
And I can
they're just
remember
focused on security.
when you and I, when Will used to be on, Will used to always be saying, well, look, that's 7 years out. Look, they've been doing this for 7 years. And
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is where I'm getting a little confused. I heard 5. So 5 years of major update, like the new.
soft, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the
But then-
iOS 14.
So the
Security
iPhone
updates,
7
2 more years.
What number are we on? 15. iOS 15. So their next software update for a security patch is going to be still an iOS 15 update for security only.
Right. I would
How
think.
come we don't hear about it?
This is the last year for iPhone 7s. The next 2 years are just going to get security updates.
Exactly.
Here we go. Big House. Yeah, Lenovo has messed Moto up with updates. My 2020 Edge isn't receiving A12 after Lenovo said it would get it.
See?
And that's
And
the
that's
time
what
they
Moto
lied.
does. That's what Lenovo does. They'll tell you you're going to get it when it comes out, and then they change their mind. I've seen that before.
No, this ain't the first time. Yeah, I agree.
And I still like my Moto
Now-
phones, and I know you do too, but you got to
Now-
deal with that crap.
One thing Apple does, though,
Go ahead.
they'll update the software, but what they don't do is, if for the new phone, especially with the camera software, if a camera has there's a new camera feature on an iPhone, they don't give it to the old ones, and that's the part that bugs me to death. So like let's say the iPhone 8, like they got the portrait mode. They don't give it to like
Right.
the 7 and 6. Like you have to
Oh,
actually
okay,
have to
yeah.
pay an upgrade to get the features. Whereas Pixel, they will actually, they'll keep updating the camera app so you get like the same camera features across all the older phones too. Just like the new ones. Like that, Mike. You did the video on that.
Yes.
Check out Brian's comment.
So like people should complain about Apple about that. And I think starting to know it's like Samsung is just like following Apple's footsteps there too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Oh, sorry guys, I gotta run, but it was good. It was great seeing you.
No, yeah. I think we're gonna be ending it here anyway. So
And as
Yeah.
usual, you helped
See,
educate
Adam.
us again. That's good.
thank
And,
you,
it was
Ted.
being on Joker Ted channel. This is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, here I'll give you one more camera angle. There we go. Yeah, all right.
Nice.
Since
Just
I'm
for you.
not in Tennessee, we're losing the one part of this program that's not Jersey because Dallas is leaving.
Oh. Have a good weekend and enjoy Jersey.
All right.
All right, you too. Have a
Thank
blessed
you.
day.
Thanks, Ted, for stopping by.
Of course.
Say it. Hey, Mike, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
A last man question thing. So my my Pixel, the camera app has had that preparing update up there for like months now. And I've gone through and I thought like maybe it actually just needs to run to do something to finish it. And I've left the camera app open and it just doesn't it's always says preparing update on there.
Hmm.
And any clues? Anyone out there?
Me, I would go to the in the settings for the apps in the settings and check for the storage and the cache and clear that out. And then I would, if it still doesn't clear up, then go in there and uninstall it and try and reinstall it.
You can uninstall the camera app.
You can uninstall all the updates that has happened. But clear the cache and clear the storage.
Ooh, there's a button. Clear storage. Okay.
You got cache in there?
My phone just rebooted.
Did it?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I said that would be interesting.
No, it would be interesting. All right, so now I'm gonna reopen it. Oh, it's asking me. It's saying don't allow to use the location. Done. Oh no, it still says preparing update.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I did clear storage before, and it just went away. So let me hear.
And the cache too.
I'm gonna go hit that now. Like it graded out the last time when I hit that first.
Try cache first, then storage.
All right.
Come on, chop.
I'm chop. Oh, look. All right, that went away. Oh no, hold on. Nope, it's back again.
Can we use credit?
Let me go in. I'm going to go into the Google Play Store and see if the camera app says anything.
Let me see.
Is the actual camera in here? No, it's not, because it's like a base thing. Yeah, so it's just I'm just screwed forever. No more camera, no more pictures on Adam's phone.
Can you take a picture?
There's got to be a solution.
Yeah. No, I can take pictures. Back up your Pixel and do a hard reset on it.
Yes. Adam, there's a camera app there.
Wait.
Oh,
what are you looking on?
Renz is saying his problems went away completely when he did that. So good. Thanks, Renz.
Right. I was going to suggest on the hard reset, complete wipe, but I didn't want to go that far just yet.
Yeah, but then I got to do everything, don't I?
I know.
That's right. You got to put everything back.
Screw that.
Make sure it's all
I'll deal with a little mess. Yeah, no, I did find it. It was like up in a different little bit of a section.
Mm-hmm.
So I clicked on that, and now it's just looping around, and it says Google Camera pending, and so it's like checking for update, but it doesn't want to. Like it. So you said that there's a way that I can uninstall all the updates for it.
All the updates. Just hit uninstall. I would think it would clear and start from day one, right?
The app uninstall or get rid of all the updates, but keep the app itself.
Yeah, because that app won't go away.
Yeah.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? No.
Yeah. I was just kind of thinking, well, I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
I think I'm right.
If you do that, I know. Yeah, because like I tried before doing a forced stop and just restarting it there, and that wasn't.
And that's where everybody starts. You start with the easy. Now you're doing the harder stuff or the scarier stuff. I guess I should say.
Yeah. The worst case scenario is do a complete factory reset, and I'm sorry, but it sucks. But I've had to do that on a few things.
I'm getting Renz chimed in and said it worked completely, even though that's a heck of a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to go that far. I finally updated my background on the phone. You think I'm gonna go through all that hassle? But for years,
what's your alternative? Get a new phone?
Well, no. I mean, everything still works. It's just there's just a stupid little pending update message up there.
Okay.
So
now you don't have that thing filled with all kinds of music and podcasts and anything, right?
No,
What's your memory like?
Room left. I got plenty of memory left. I do have a bunch of podcasts, but I don't have like anything else on there.
All right.
You got plenty of memory. Yes, you are getting up in age. I couldn't resist it. Being the old one here.
Yeah, I've got like 52 gigs of memory left.
Oh, that's
I'm
pretty
good.
good amount of memory left. Yeah.
Yeah, if the camera update's bigger than 52 gigs, we got problems.
Yeah,
You got a serious problem. You need a new phone.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to get my Pixel 2 back. I'll go back to that.
That's right. No pressure,
Love
Mike.
that phone.
yeah, I know.
I like it.
I know. I admit everything stopped. As this day came closer, it was just like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. That came up, this came, you know what I mean? So, no, I got to get on it. I want to get on back on the computer and get that going.
Good.
So okay, I guess Will ain't going to make it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And when we left dinner, he said he didn't think he would.
Right.
He didn't know how long the recital was going to
Right.
last.
I know, but he said to me there might have been a chance. Let's see, what's this here? We got here you am. It's annoying to have the battery percentage sign sitting in the corner.
That's true.
So
I like
Sure.
having a battery percent thing on there all the time.
do you?
But of course, I'm one of those people that panics and charges their phone too often.
Too often, yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those people too most of the time, unless I'm specifically testing a battery.
Hey Adam, what are you using the LG phone now? You were telling me you were using it for like your home, Google Home stuff.
What, the G7?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just, well, for the longest time, Molly was using it, and we got to cut down on her screen time. So the main thing I was doing was taking it away from her for that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to use it more for, like I put my Touch Portal app stuff on there for streaming, and I got the camera stuff ready for it for streaming stuff, and it's...
Now you say the Touch Portal apps to what?
Well, it's an app called Touch Portal that connects to my computer, and I can push buttons on the and like essentially it turns your phone into a button panel, and you can push buttons, and it does stuff that's pre-programmed on your computer.
I got you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very cool for streaming purposes. Like you can link it up and make it do OBS stuff and switch your scenes and all that kind of stuff.
And that's a good thing to do with a phone that's really getting older now. So.
Yeah. So as long as it'll work, my my iPad 2 that I have is my default device for doing that, and like just about nothing else runs on that iPad right now.
Yeah, sure.
Mike Jr. Replied to my beer comment. I posted about the beer. He says, "Kudos to Mobile User for continuing our journey to make your experience better. Make better beer than Miller."
Okay.
So,
Miller? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, this is way better than Miller. That's just me.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Even the champagne of beers, Miller High Life.
I used to drink it, but
I used to drink Miller. My favorite beer outside of this has been for a few years Coors Light. Well, it was way better than Coors Light to me.
So, what else is there? Anything else you want to add, George? Or anything? Yeah. Any other videos coming up for you, or anything?
Not till I get home. I haven't even decided. I know I'm way
You
behind.
really need to make some videos on the way home. You know, feature some of the camera things, and I don't know.
Except I have the cord that I rented from the company that I work for, and I don't have a bracket to mount anything in.
I can lend you one.
The Facebook Live that I did yesterday, I did handheld going through the.
You didn't bring your like one of these here. Oh, come on, man! You gotta be ready.
I was ready to come here.
So, Adam, what's
this? Like Stella
Rents is a Stella,
I
yeah.
always meant to try Stella Artois, and I never got around to it. I probably will, though, Ren, since you like it.
So, Adam, what's going on with you?
You should have gave him some Yingling. That's what you should have.
George,
now, that's probably right up there with Coors Light for me. I like Yingling Light quite a bit.
You have Yingling where you're at?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I like the light better than the regular Yingling.
All right, so
You're like the oldest beer maker in the entire North America, right? Yeah, like Qualcomm.
I think so. I'm not.
Yeah, I think they've been around longer than any other American or Canadian company.
Yeah, that was our beer that we always had at poker nights, but I haven't had a poker night in probably 15
Yeah,
years.
see, I never had Young Wheat before I moved to Tennessee. I never even heard of it before that. So it's been at least 60 years. I only last 60 years.
I didn't know Yingling made it out there because I thought it was a more regional Northeast beer than versus where you're at.
That's what I would have thought, but that was the first place I heard of it in Chattanooga.
So anyway, what's going on with you, Adam?
So, all right. So I decided something earlier today from our conversation. I'm going to be starting. I'm going to start back up my YouTube channel. And,
oh wow.
But the main thing is going to be it's going to be a combination live stream thing that then I'm going to take stuff from the live stream and chop it up and put it into a video form. And it's going to be me teaching Mike and Liam how to use OBS.
That's a good thing to make videos out of.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but because the live stream stuff will be fun, the three of us sitting around driving each other crazy, and then I'll be able to chop that stuff up. Like I'll probably do the live stream part of it on Twitch, and then I'll chop it up for a video to put on YouTube, and actually make the YouTube video useful for people to actually learn how to use OBS.
Right.
And
my first few weeks of forays into using OBS, I have Adam to thank a lot because Adam was making lists of things, do this. He did that a few times, and that's how I started learning OBS in the first place.
Go ahead. Tell me more.
OBS is very complicated. It's all right for everyone that doesn't know. OBS is Open Broadcasting Software, and it's software that's out there for free. And whoever started it up released it under like common copyright, where it's just open source software and anyone can go and use it and add to it. And there's some type of oversight over it as to which pieces get pulled into the software itself for next releases. But it's free, so it's cheap, and it's very powerful. But it's also like you could use it at a level that's very high level and not have to worry about it too much and just use it for your streaming purposes and recording purposes. But it's so powerful because there's so much shit you can do with it. So much stuff you can do with it. And so it's incredible to learn, but it's very intimidating when you first sit down and look at it.
Mm-hmm. It is very intimidating.
But if you get pushed past that first intimidating part there and start having little bits of moments where it's like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is. Then it all starts coming together and you can sit down and do it. So that's going to be.
And I got to the point where, okay, I've learned enough about it. So when I need to learn one more thing, I can go find a video and learn how to do that.
Yeah. YouTube, our forum that we're on right now, is unbelievable with the amount of stuff that's out there. If YouTube ever went away, tons of people would just lose their minds because they're like, I can't fix anything anymore.
Yeah,
exactly. And
very true. Very true. Well, hey, that's how I learned about my MacBook and how to fix that there. So, hey, dumb question, Am. That OBS can run on a Mac, or is
yes?
Oh, okay, so you can use a Mac, huh?
At least it did back in the day. That's the first thing I started running it on. Okay. But I'm almost certain it still does because there's so many artsy types out there that stream.
Right. So. And they use the Apple Mac computer for their primary. All right.
Yeah.
What's this here?
So that's going to be a thing. Hopefully within a month we'll get that rolling.
Brian says, throw some muscle pots in from Ren's when he gets here. What?
I don't know what muscle
pots are. Brian, elaborate. What's going on? What kind of the only muscle I think is the muscle for the fish. Do you know?
The like shell.
Yeah. So
I'm picturing a crock pot with big, strong arms coming out the side of it and like walking itself across the kitchen counter.
So I know, George, you're going to be going home, and you're going to be trying to get home in time to do your exercise,
I'm
right?
going home tomorrow morning. I expect to get home 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then I'll do my exercise for Saturday. And by the way, there are a bunch of videos on how to use OBS with Macs, MacBook Airs, MacBook Pros. So I guess it works.
Yeah.
The pot that I know is organic. So I'm planning on fixing my back steps this weekend.
I thought didn't you have people working on that like 2 weeks ago?
Joe came over. We kind of measured, went out and bought the lumber. But he came over too late. I don't know if we're going to hopefully we'll start Sunday. I think I need to check. I forgot to see what the weather's supposed to be tomorrow. It's supposed to rain at last I heard. So we're going to try and get that.
Did you hear we had a tornado in Blackwood a few miles away from us?
I saw that.
When? On Thursday?
Yeah, I this morning I saw it, and I looked at where's Blackwood, and Blackwood isn't very far from here, right?
Nope, not at all. Yeah, 5 a.m. a storm rolled through. It was when I was up getting ready for work. It's actually when I had an Amazon delivery, and of course that was the night it decided to come between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. So I had to go outside. My actual package was starting to float a little bit because where my front steps are, it gets flooded out sometimes, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I know. I remember that storm was quite intense. It kind of. I was getting up, but that helped me get up with some of the booms of the thunder. So,
yeah.
Let's see, what's this now? He's got Ren's. It goes well with the beer he requested. Okay, all right. So looking here, I guess I don't know what we're going to do now. Now it's 90% chance on Sunday. They pushed the rain back to Sunday, so I don't know. Anyway, I got to get back on making videos in the studio. I kind of like this setup here.
And I'm behind on making camera comparisons, but I'll get to it as I can.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. That's why being on the way home, I didn't know was, make a random, shoot it, and then you go home and edit it. A different set of scenery or something. So, but all right. Listen, you good with this? I'm going to wrap this up.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Adam, you good?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to first thank. I want to thank. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. I want to thank this guy. Okay, what's my finger?
Which one? Which one?
Yeah. Wait a minute. I want to thank this guy for coming all the way up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do.
Pleasant drive for me.
I know. So, Adam, thank you as always for your part was great. You did great as always.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, fun.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, George.
Okay,
yeah.
You too.
I want to thank everybody who stopped here. I really appreciate everybody stopping in, dropping a comment. Even I know some people kind of came and went, which that's fine. I appreciate them just making an appearance. I want to thank my wife Patricia, for putting up with me for the last few days, few weeks, and
today she had to put up with us.
Yeah. My mom, which I want to thank his mom. You know what I mean? I just want to thank mom. Right, Adam? We got to thank mom for putting up with our shenanigans. So
thank you for not smothering us when we were children.
Yeah. So with that, I hand out my thank yous, and I want to just say I'll see you guys in the next video. Next week's going to be George on George's channel. All right.
Ren says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, please.
Yes.
Next week we'll be back on Mo Boogies or Friday Night Tech Talk.
I'm going to put that there. Yeah, hit the like, share, retweet, whatever social platform you're on, share it out there. I'm Mike Dixon, better known as, we won't say it because my brother doesn't like it. Simply Your Device.
Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about, brother.
I know. Thank you.
If you like today's video, as Ren says here, give it a like and subscribe if you're coming by to check the replay. And I'll see you all guys on the next video. See ya.